What's happening, guys? Jason with 316, and it is finally time. We are on the final Buick update, which is probably the best thing that could happen for my channel because this car did not generate basically any interest at all. But it's been a couple of weeks since my last video, and I've just been knocking out problem after problem on this car, just not even really bothering filming with it because I wanted to get it done as speedy and as quickly as possible so we can move on to other vehicles. I'm going to take you on the final walk around of it, the final showdown. So what's been done to it so far is the radiator has been changed out. It wasn't really bad, but considering this car has no temperature gauge on it whatsoever, and the radiator was crusty and old, I went ahead and changed it just as a precautionary measure. Heater cores got changed out, which I do have some video of that. It'll probably be upcoming. The heater core got changed out on it. The carburetor leak was sorted out. The well plugs were shot in the carburetor, took it off. JB welded it up. That's the most common fix for it. It's not the best way to do it, but hey, it works, so whatever. Doesn't matter. Transmission got pulled out of the car, and I didn't really actually have to, but what the actual monster leak was, there was a the TV cable comes into the top of the transmission, and there's a little bitty bushing, and that bushing had got pushed down, which just made it puke absolutely everywhere. But there was so much grime under there, I was honest to God scared that this car was going to catch on fire. So I pulled the transmission out, degreased it, cleaned everything up in there. No leaks at all. Now we need to move on to the interior, where you've seen some of it. So interior wise, I had to rebuild the door panel in it, cleaned everything up. This is basically as restored as this interior is going to get on there. And the stereo system you've already seen, but that's all back together and everything. I went in and let me get you so you can see the headliner has been fully redone in it, which required a whole lot of ingenuity out of me. I wound up getting fiberboard from Hobby Lobby and using a heat gun and molding it myself to fit in here, and then putting the headliner material on, gluing it all down. These were a monster pain, the sun visors. These things took me longer than anything because I had to cut them, and I had 3 chances to get it right. It wound up taking me 4. And it was just a major pain. These things are plastic behind here, and I had to stitch everything up on there. But it's all back together. The rear of the car has been cleaned up and all that stuff. All the trim work has been put back on. That's basically the car. The final walk around of the exterior. I've still got just a couple minor things to do, filling in the gaps here, fixing the tail lights on it and getting that, but all that stuff is just very, very minor. And I just gotta take an airbrush all of this stuff in with the proper color, but that's pretty much the car. Another day or 2 worth of work, but I'm not even going to update past that. So yeah, that was basically a 8-month build, and we went from the car sitting on the ground, total rust bucket, non-running, had to drag it out with the Suburban because the tires were so messed up, and we are up to a running, driving car. Next thing that's set up on it is basically insurance, and go get a plate put on it because it hasn't been registered since 1997. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything on the car has basically been touched, from the fuel system right on up to the interior. I've basically had to redo everything. But it's been a fun project, and I hope y'all enjoyed it, and this is the final update on it. So as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more.